and thank you again so much for joining me for Chaplain's Corner. Well, once we have built bridges with our coworkers by investing in them as people, our relationships are much better prepared to handle the Sherman tanks of conflict that will inevitably roll along at some point. But let's consider today what happens physically when we find ourselves in a conflict situation. We all know that feeling, don't we? Our heart suddenly starts to beat faster and pounds in our ears. The adrenaline starts pumping and our stomach tightens. And once all this kicks in, we begin to think more emotionally and less logically. And we just can't help it. The lower, more instinctual part of our brain kicks into high gear, while the upper, more analytical part pretty much shuts down. We become physically unable to think the situation through clearly and rationally, which explains why we're never able to think of a good response or comeback until later, after the danger is over. It's an overwhelming and uncontrollable physiological response. Our brains are literally flooded with stress hormones in what neurobiologists refer to as emotional flooding. And it lasts for 20 minutes or more before these hormones subside. It's the way that we are equipped to survive life and death situations, but it can also make our conflicts much worse than they need to be. Now, each of us typically responds to these circumstances like one of three animals. A lion, we stand our ground, we fight. A rabbit, we take flight and we just get out of there. A deer, we freeze and feel paralyzed. So knowing which one that we are will help us learn how to respond so that we can handle conflict better. So which one are you when stress comes? Well, if you're not sure, ask a loved one or a close friend who knows you well. It's important to figure out what this is so we can learn how to deal with it. If I can help with that or anything else, please don't hesitate to call me. Be well.